Hello and welcome to the next LP, The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. I personally don't really know a lot about this game, but it's supposed to be good from what I heard. So this will be a first playthrough ordeal. Hopefully I don't find something that annoys the piss out of me and wants me to quit. That would be unfortunate. It's something I'd rather not happen, but I believe this is overwhelmingly positive, so I believe in the game that it will not be bad. I mean, also I finished Chrono Trigger, so I doubt this can do anything worse. Both of that. Either way, it's fine. Not that it was anything necessarily wrong with Chrono Trigger. It's just whatever. If you haven't seen it, you can look into it. I'll stream them or not. But anyways, we will start. There's 3 difficulties. I'll just pick normal. It's a little weird that there's no easy. I expected there to be one, but it's fine. I'll go with normal because that's what because I don't know how the game is going to be other than what might have been intended as it was made. That is really late. And we got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today too. Oh god, how's this? Shara? And Shara's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a little bit more before dinner. I was wondering if I could, but I couldn't do any distinct voices, so just whatever. Hey, I'm home. Sorry to keep you waiting, Estelle. Take care of the house while I was away. I'm not gonna voice act giggling. Of course I did. Did you run into trouble? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm as fit as fiddle. That reminds me though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? New fishing pole? Sneakers? Sneakers is very interesting. They just decide to name drop. Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't you little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come and have a look? What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? What? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Looks kind of dead if you ask me. I treated his wound, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly. He almost looks the same age as me. It's the first time I've seen black hair like that, too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair. And a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all. But how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an... I saw a screenshot of this before, and I found that fucking hilarious. Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mommy? Where have you been picking these kind of words? No doubt from Charizard? Charizard, I'm guessing, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business. I don't even know his name. You mean Bracer business? Something like that. Oh, look. Huh? He's waking up. No shit with you two standing there yelling at each other. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? You're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so just please try and rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? Must be out of your mind. Why did you just leave? Why did you just leave me there to die? Why? Ah, that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just work out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Brights. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! You sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt? Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. Don't try and change this up. Ow. Quit yelling. Alright already. You jumping on me like that isn't going to heal me any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear... Oh, I don't know how she... If she's spelling it, but it's probably gonna be yelling. Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle when you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name! You know, the thing that people call you. I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? Seems like a logical thing to do, if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... Then he passes out and dies. No, we get an intro instead. I don't know why, but that cut or that um cutscene, yeah, I guess that cutscene is very weird because it has several different frames in it. In the fact that like sometimes it's runs smoothly, in some sections it's like lower frames. It's very weird. I don't know why it runs like that. Ugh, it's so bright in here. I slept like a rock. That must mean that it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Ah, guess that's a no. Well, I guess I better get myself ready then too. Golf claps for you. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. Hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was up already when I heard you start playing. Can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the Roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind, but with that siren song of yours, you gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age, and I'm hardly a man. How wrong you are, Joshua. Maybe we're the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate you are for you. You can at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune though, cheerful yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. Wish you could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use the staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies is sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. My girl is gonna be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talking about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? Believe that when I start finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Stell, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Morning, Dad. Oh, no, okay. Okay. Adopted, there we go. Ah, yes. Caught me off guard slightly, him calling him Dad. I didn't expect that to be the case. Breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay. On my way. Have they eaten or are they about to eat? Panic for the grub, Dad. Oh, am I stuffed? Okay, no, that was after. Gotcha. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at a guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore either. Still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning. Or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. Nostella, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not you mastered the skills we've been learning in training. Don't you remember Shira saying if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap, totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it, I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. I honestly don't know how you've survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Okay. Sentences pretty pot. What a weird sentence for you to say! Papa is sad. Just... what? Okay, sure. That's very weird. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Hi, you're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shira's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat, huh? Oh god. How about Ron-style scalloped fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle. Or our stomachs. You're right. I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I can get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelette. Fish and egg? Seems like a curious combination. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude. I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. You're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it. One copy of the Liberal News from the General's Goods Store. 500 Mira, alright. If there's any money left, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Record and give Charizard my regards. Oh god, we get to fucking move now? Okay. Menus is the name of the game now, okay. And buns. Okay, R1 and L1 is rotating cameras. The L triggers to do shit. R3 is the full map of the world, I guess. Oh, interesting. The stick is run, the D-pad is like walk. Gotcha. Triangle does nothing. Can I exit? Yeah. By the way, Dad, is it going to be alright if you stay at home like this instead of going to the guild today? You haven't been there for a couple of days now. Unfortunately, I have a lot of paperwork to sort out. But don't you worry, I'm carrying a big enough workload that the guild's not likely to fire me anytime soon. It's not exactly the most convincing thing I've heard coming out of your mouth. Okay, menus then. Status. Okay, we got stats, strength, defense, ATS, ADF. Okay, I can guess what that is. Speed, dex, agility, movement, range. Crafts, morale, S crafts, pummel. Dirks, okay. I don't know if I would call those dirks, but sure. He's got range. Oh, it's because she's got a fucking quarterstaff. Higher movement, he has. They have similar stats. in general. Why wouldn't staff polish to finish? Yeah, that gives +1 range. I wonder if you can have weapons to give longer range then. Starts with short, sharp blades, small and easy to conceal. I mean, they are not very small, but sure. Whatever you say. Orbament. Uh-huh. Time quartz only. This is gonna be a system or later seemingly. Items. I have the kingdom map. Nothing else. Gotcha. Sepith. Okay. Tactics. Uh-huh. Character positions. Band positions. Sure. S-break. S-craft, single attack, beats an enemy such with serious attack. S-break. Oh, come on. Fainting assassin's attack. Just leave it at that. And then options is options. What is files? Oh, okay. Okay, I can say whenever I want. Neat. Oh, okay, it's touch interactivity. Sure. Oops. Oh, that means okay. Cannot open chests. Am not allowed apparently. Oh, I was gonna be like, dude, this music sounded too close to the Lost Wood theme in A Link to the Past in the beginning, but I guess not. Is this even the correct way? I don't even know where I'm going, but you know, I'm gonna assume. Let's see. Okay, we're going. Where are we supposed to go? I don't think they actually said. As far as I know. Gonna assume the Roland is a Selch is a unit of measurement, I guess. Oh, okay, so was this the only way to? Oh, there we go. We can Bracer Guild, lodgings, Orbital Factory, Septian Church, various shops. Was this the only way to exit? There's no an exit up here. Oh, okay, no there wasn't. The standing log for staff to practice. Oh, okay. Alright, well done. Seemingly there wasn't anything else. I thought there was potentially, but no. Okay, then we'll just go the only way we can. Guess I'm gonna assume something is gonna stop us from going south? No? Well, I'm gonna go with my instinct and say we're going up. Unless something stops us from going all the way up. Seems to be correct. Looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. Never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today is our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Alright then. let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Shara. You look ready to me. Let's go meet Shara with the Bracers Guild over there then. Oh yeah, there we go, map. One Septian Church, various shops, Orbital Factory, lodgings. Okay, well that's neat. Do we get to do that? And here comes the camera and shit, yeah. Mayor's residence, main road, Milch, okay. Aina, there you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Aina. Morning. Is Shara here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracers Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. Do your best. Oh, you're that person. Gotcha. Star and the Hanged Man. The Hermit and the Magician. Last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara. Oh, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. This is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. This is my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get the show on the road and become a bracer myself. Give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out of your ears like it usually does. Why, Joshua, Shara's picking on me. Don't worry, Shara. Well, Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her own work. Actor Ashley is over naive and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbment with some practice. Eventually. Probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Shara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face is really intense. Intense? Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading of what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You didn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. That's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay attention close enough, or pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Orbments, bracers, and the Liberal Kingdom. Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processed septium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral part in all facets of life from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. Alright then. About bracers. Bracers are investigative. Investigative? There we go. And combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracers Guild, which has established branches across the continents, manages to the affairs of the bracers in each region. Oh, okay. Liberal Kingdom. Kingdom of Liberal, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Cimmerian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberal is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop orbments. Orbment technology has also been a key pillar of support for Liberal in protecting its independence, as it has contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberal was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships to save the kingdom from defeats. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberal enjoys peace. Well, cool. Let's see. Since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Shara, how is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved? That's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. Didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day Don't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess I got a word for nothing. Well, suddenly you're bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile of yours on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it. Your first objective will be to confirm the details of jobs you will be performing. Before that, there is something that we need to give to both of you. I know, are you ready? Or are they ready? Yes, they are ready. Alright, you two. Go get one for each of yourselves. Walk them out. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Bracer notebook. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status, or to record properly, the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything you may find and wear, these kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. Understood. Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh? Please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Giving accurate accounts of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make it out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. When the bulletin board is approached, a exclamation mark will appear. Exclamation point mark. Pressing the OK button will display the job lists. By selecting the job names on the list, you can view their details. Direct request. This training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roland and bringing back the contents of a chest. Term long. Okay, interesting. Details of the job confirmed on the bulletin board and other important events will be automatically recorded in the Bracer Notebook. The Bracer Notebook can be easily found by clicking on the Books tab on the Items menu. It can also be accessed by configuring a Bracer Book shortcut button on the Configuration menu. Oh. Very good. Looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs on the job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is important is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility on the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Oh, that's a typo. Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha. Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We're heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbal Factory, learning about how to use its services. He is graciously taking time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay. Here's where you will learn how to use an Orbal Factory service. At an Orbal Factory, you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use Orbal Arts. Arts have a wide range of effects and, if mastered, can be extremely useful or helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has had a long-standing relationship with Orbal Factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here. No problem. Leave everything to me. So, what is it you would like to know about? Oh, God. It's gonna be a lot. Orbments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that light, airship engines, and so on are also types of orbments. However, the ones we will be discussing today are battle orbments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and makes it possible to use magic. Since each orbment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices are also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them vary. At any rate, that's a layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be opened. At an Orbal Factory like this, it will take a fair amount of Septith too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of the open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. Simply put, Orbal Arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the Orbal energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since Orbal Arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at an Orbal Factory. Orbments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with the water elemental value. In reality, orbments are much more complex than what I have described, but I think this information would suffice for now. Quartz. Quartz are circuits made from Septith. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz have been installed into a slot. However, there are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, you be sure to check your orbment inside where you will be installing it ahead of time. Septith are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. They're divided into 7 types: Earth, Water, Fire, Wind, Time, and Space. And Mirage, for some fucking reason. Septith can be exchanged for Mira almost anywhere, but the Orbital Factory, it can be used to synthesize quartz and open orbment slots in which to install the synthesized quartz. Looks like Mr. Melders has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some Septith. 2 terawatt of each type of elemental Septith. For that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now I want you to begin by first making elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbments. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally at a shop, you will be able to exchange Septith for Mira, but for this training, you will not be able to use the service. Okay. If you need to use the give Freddy Holler over there, okay. Okay, so that's... Gotcha. Defense, max HP, strength. Yep. Less defense? Speed. Oh yeah, he needs that. He can only do that. Is she gonna get... What is she gonna get then? I guess I might as well pick one of each. Whoa, okay. What the ever-loving shit, okay. That's what... Ah, okay, that's what's... Triangle this. Walk up and soul blur. Or Stonehammer, Ear and Aqua Bleed, Firebolt, Airstrike. Seems like a curious one. Your strength or defense goes down by 1? 5%. Heals 200 HP for an ally, shoots a heavy stream of water at enemies. Why can't I use this? Oh, is that because... Yeah, okay, it's because of... You can use it outside. Speeds up the flow of time. I mean, he gets a speed buff and emits a space-time shaking pulse. Faint 20%. Oh, it's a potential insta-kill. Ha. Oh, so you finished installing your quartz, have you? Did you have both recovery and attack arts set up? It appears that you don't need any more instructions from me how to do this task. Balance your arts out between each other like you've done here. It should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz chart in your bracer notebook and find something that works for you. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your orbments. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have. That's EP, which is consumed by using arts, and have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them all early. Right, okay. Sure. Team managed to open up one of your Orbman slots. Since your central slot is not limited to any particular element, you are free to install any type of quartz you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, a qualification test. Pardon? Did you say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test. Again, can you? Didn't I remind you that this morning? Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about it now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Joshua, help me! Miss Mellors, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it. Good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. Going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua. All your training has finally come to this. Qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Shara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but, they're not going to be a paper test or something? Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and? And I even made you jot down what you read on your Bracer notebooks. Unless you forgot that too. Pretty sure the job listing mentions searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? What a relief. Oh, divine Idios? I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. What you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory. I can already feel the nostalgia. All these horrible days stuck in a classroom were all starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll be able to even graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try and look... at least, try to at least look a little anxious. Just so you know though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and we'll let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test. Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within that area. Layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Tear bomb. Monster Guide. What's this book for? It's called the Monster Guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Sharon. Put it to good use. Alright then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat this as such. Oh, interesting. What is these new HUDs now? I'm gonna assume that's for... How does she already have... Wait, how the fuck does she have... 80 max EP now? Oh yeah, right. Opening a slot, increased EP. That little detail. Heals 200, which she already have a thing. And this music has some slight, like, Castlevania-esque music to it, or sound to it. Okay, I'm forgetting where to find things. I think I'm actually gonna leave it up there for this this session. Not the longest session I've ever done, but not I forget. No, it's I'm not at my tip top, so to speak, and also my fucking throat is getting dry, and I need to rest up. So we shall, I guess, complete the test next time and see what else is in store. Then so a lot of fucking talking. That's also a reason why my throat has decided to die now. Anyways, that will be everything. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode.